Welcome into South Florida Daily and happy almost weekend. We have so many fun things to cover on the show. We talked to a Miami-based swimwear designer who unveiled her designs in Miami swimwear.
Yeah, that was really fun, and we're looking for a little zen moment to happen this summer, so we talked with Kim Rose Yoga.
Obviously, being in South Florida, my number one tip would be to hydrate. So even when you think you're drinking enough water, you're not. Drink more. Always have a water with you, have water accessible. My second tip would be to always make sure that you are protecting your skin from the sun. So if you can put sunscreen on, cover your face, cover any parts of your body that aren't exposed. If you don't have access to sunscreen, definitely wear a hat. Self-care looks different to everyone. For someone that might mean getting a mani-pedi. For others, it might mean a massage, but it can also mean maybe just taking some time off of your phone. So maybe you put the social media down, you stop scrolling, maybe you pick up a great book, maybe you go for a walk outside and just get some fresh air. So just take time to fill up your cup so that way you're showing up as your best self for those that you love around you. Self-care, you deserve it. Fourth tip would be to prioritize movement. So it doesn't need to be like an intense workout. It can be something as simple as going for a walk. You could take a yoga class. You can try a new type of movement, maybe that you haven't done before. And a lot of times what I would say is it's really nice to have an accountability partner or a friend. Also, if you sign up for the class prior, you're more likely to go. So I kind of use that to like force me and motivate me into showing up, because a lot of times that's the hardest part. But movement and mindfulness are completely connected.
South Florida Daily is on the move with Palm Tran.
I started in 2015 and I'm a textile designer, so I started designing prints with ink on paper, and then it became sarongs that you can tie them in many different ways, and then it became a collection. All the collections start with watercolor. I create the prints with ink on paper first, and then from there I start creating the collections from the print up. I design the silhouettes at the same time while I'm having this painting process, and then I put everything together where I lay out the prints on the different silhouettes. And it's, you know, one of our signature pieces, which is the sarong, but now we're making it with ties on the sides because it's gonna be so much easier to tie this way, and you can tie it in many different ways. So Miami's my muse. It's everything. It's my home. It's the key inspiration for all my collections. It's more not only the landscape, but the lifestyle that we live here, and that we go from city to beach on one day. And yeah, that's my main inspiration, the culture, everything here. For me, it's a dream come true to have this brand, a brand that is a representative of Miami, that speaks about the experience of living in Miami, but also I want women to feel empowered and really confident when they're wearing the pieces, because it's all about print in my collection. I want them to feel that the collections make them feel uplifted, and their mood changes, and that's also super comfortable to wear.
I cannot wait for Sigal to release her line of swimwear. It's amazing.
I know, so beautiful, and I just love shopping in general.
Me too.
Yeah. All right, if you're looking for some great shopping, we're heading to downtown West Palm Beach, where you can shop, dine, drink, and attend some really fun events.
West Palm Beach is known for its rich history and cultural diversity. A lot has changed over the years. Let's meet the man who plays a pivotal role in the growth and direction of the city.
What was your mission when you came in?
I wanted the city to be a community of opportunity for all. I wanted there to be something in West Palm Beach for everyone.
You've been in service for so long. Mayor it's a big step.
Well, 8 years as a city commissioner, the mayor's seat opens up, and I threw my head to the ring. I did it because I was interested in serving my community. It's always been a desire of mine. I thought I knew the city when I was a city commissioner. That's a part-time position, right? And I thought I knew what I was doing. I get over to this side of the hall, and I don't even know where the bathroom is.
Right.
So there was a lot of learning that I had to go through. Not only learning the job, the ins and outs, but learning how do you carry this mantle as mayor. The other thing that was very important to me is ensuring that as we grew as a city, that the benefits of the growth would extend to all four corners of my city. West Palm Beach has seen growth spurts before in the past, but inevitably there were certain neighborhoods, certain communities, certain zip codes that were left out and left behind. So I felt it was incumbent upon me, particularly being the first Black strong mayor, that I didn't let that happen again on my watch. And so it's been very important to me that this growth is inclusive.
People are becoming divisive that way, right? And it takes us, or not me, but somebody like you to change that.
If you'd asked me 15 years ago, or told me 15 years ago that I would one day be mayor of this great city, I'd have told you you're crazy, because it wasn't on my radar. It was not anything I even imagined myself doing.
What are we gonna do next?
Yeah.
You need a campaign manager? Do you need somebody to?
But this has been a labor of love thus far, and so I'm going to continue this ride for the next 3 years. We'll see what happens.
Getting around town in a cost-efficient and environmentally friendly way is just one of the challenges the head of the Downtown Development Authority faces. Let's meet Rafael Clemente.
Your job, I would think, has gotten more involved over the past few years because the city's been growing, the programming's been growing, people visiting in record numbers. How has the city changed, in your estimation, over the last few years?
West Palm Beach, particularly the downtown area, has changed dramatically over the last, say, 15 years.
Yeah.
The Downtown Development Authority's role here has also changed dramatically. We were primarily an economic development organization, and now we've really evolved into a community development organization. We have a tremendous neighborhood here.
Yeah.
You know, we're approaching or at 10,000 residents in downtown. So quality of life is really a key element of what we deliver as a special district that serves downtown West Palm Beach. We get our best ideas from our community.
Sure.
Whether it's the business or residential community. In many ways, our best role is enablers.
Yeah.
Right? Can we make those great ideas happen or help them happen? We want to work with local, unique, authentic stuff. So I think that authenticity is a big part of our charm and our value.
The buzzword to me is community, and the energy here is palpable now. Am I right about that a little bit?
You're right about that. I think that the difference, the special sauce in a place is people.
Yeah.
It starts to build that feel of a community, of a neighborhood, and that's what we have here.
Yeah, because you bring people, but you have to service them.
When I come to work every day as a public sector employee, that's top of mind for me. Is there's people coming here every day to make this place their home, their business, investment, and how do we stay in step?
We have about 7 million Americans living with Alzheimer's disease right now. Interestingly enough, Alzheimer's kills more people than breast cancer and prostate cancer combined. Interestingly enough, most people don't know that Alzheimer's starts in the brain 20 years ahead of symptoms. So it's really, really important to have a good baseline, even if you're normal, even if you're not suspecting a change, just to know what your normal is so that if things were to change in the future, you have something to compare to. And it's also important because this month shows us that we can take charge of our brain and should take charge of our brain. So here at Brain Matters Research, we have a Know in 90 program. And for the Know in 90 program, patients and caregivers can come in for free and have their brain assessed as far as just getting a baseline in terms of where they stand, or if they have specific concerns about memory and thinking. We ask some questions, they do a little bit of cognitive assessment, about 10 minutes worth, and then we put all of that information together and we try to determine if these changes are consistent with normal aging or consistent with an abnormal process like mild cognitive impairment or dementia. We do this for free, so there is absolutely no reason why you shouldn't come in to have your brain assessed.
We offer many programs that are very, 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 very good for the brain. In this particular room, we host a Paint for Fun. Painting is excellent. It's great for dexterity, eye, hand movement. And we also host a smartphone class for seniors right here. And that's one thing seniors enjoy because they're learning something new on how to work their phone. It's a challenge The smartphones are sometimes smarter than we are, but they enjoy it and it's very, very good. We also host support groups here. Support is very essential for caregivers, and we host one of the support groups for the person with dementia as well, so they can feel a part of and have somewhere to share their experience, strengthen their hope. They come, they sit, they enjoy themselves, they relax, they meet other people, and when they leave, they're happy that they've come.
If you want to know the latest and greatest restaurants, things to do, places to go, concerts, you better be following us on social at South FL Daily.
Yeah, and if you're not hearing it from us, maybe you should hear it from our friend Kitty London. She also knows what's going on. What's Poppin' PBC is coming up in just a little bit. Stay tuned.
The South Florida Daily set is sponsored by Eldorado Furniture.
Welcome back into South Florida Daily. Hopefully you have discovered a new place to check out and explore maybe this week, this weekend. Delray Beach is always a hot spot, and that is where you can find Murakami.
Donnell McCant takes us with Parks in the Palm Beaches.
South Florida Daily is on the move with Palm Tran.
It's time for Fushu Daiko. Our group Fushu Daiko was created here in 1990 by Charles and Yoshiko Kane. Yoshiko did traditional dance and theater here at the Murakami and was disappointed that there was no of Florida taiko group. So at 63, she decided she was going to start a taiko group. We made our first drums out of Jack Daniel's whiskey barrels. I played in their living room, and the group has grown from there. We've started with 2 people, and we've grown to about 12 or 13 performers, and then we have a dojo where we also teach. The Murakami was the first place that Charlie and Yoshiko played taiko here, and we have maintained a relationship with the Murakami for over 30 years now. Fushu Daiko is the 9th oldest taiko group in North America. When the art form was brought here in 1968 by Seishi Tanaka, who started San Francisco Taiko Dojo. Same thing, he went to a festival and there was no taiko at it and was like, that's not right, and started a group, and that's how it started in North America. With one man, we've grown to about 500-600 groups around North America, and we're proud to represent Florida. Now this is a drum. What do we got here, Ben?
Thank you. This drum is very special to us. This is our biggest centerpiece drum. It's our Odaiko, and we call it Godzilla.
I can see why. It's huge.
Godzilla is 48 inches opening and 6 feet deep, and it stands about 8 feet tall. And the first drum you saw was a medium-sized drum. We use medium-sized sticks, but with the big drum, we need bigger sticks, and we take a bigger stance to hit it. Want to hit it for us?
Sure.
Check this.
So big, wide stance, and it's more swinging from your arm.
This metal instrument we call a cannon. It's essentially a 3-tone bell. Because it has such a bright sound, you can hear it cut across a whole room full of drummers. And so we use this almost like a guiding line, right?
Nice.
And so I'm gonna have you play tiki, tiki, tiki. Okay, and then Greg and I are gonna join you on these other
just
instruments.
continuously
Yeah,
play
tiki,
that one?
Yeah, that's a bass
Okay.
rhythm. Go for it.
Great, man. This is wow. Can I have this?
The Murakami Obon Weekend stands as a testament to the enduring importance of tradition and cultural heritage in contemporary society. Attendees leave with a profound and heartwarming experience, cherished memories, and a deeper understanding of a very significant holiday in the Japanese culture. It reinforces the importance of preserving and sharing the richness of cultural traditions for generations to come. The Palm Beach County Parks and Recreation Department makes the quality of life for Palm Beach County residents and visitors better by providing diverse, safe, and affordable recreation services, welcoming parks, and enriching social and cultural experiences. So, if you're looking for tranquility, the beauty of nature, and cultural enrichment, the Murakami Museum and Japanese Gardens is a must-visit in the Palm Beaches.
If you want to know the latest and greatest restaurants, things to do, places to go, concerts, you better be following us on social at South FL Daily.
Yeah, and if you're not hearing it from us, maybe you should hear it from our friend Kitty London. She also knows what's going on. What's Poppin' PBC is coming up in just a little bit. Stay tuned.
Welcome back into South Florida Daily. If you're looking for a way to keep cool this summer and something fun to do, check out the Kravis Center.
They always have amazing performances, concerts, comedy shows. There's so much going on at the Kravis Center. Here's our friend Kitty London with more.
South Florida Daily is on the move with Palm Tran.
The Kravis Center for Performing Arts has something for everyone. Arts, entertainment. But first, let's hear about the education.
Hello, Tracy.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you.
So when I think about the Kravis Center, I think of one E word, and of course that's entertainment. But you also have education here, which I'm really excited to hear about.
Yes, we have education and engagement. So in the school time, after school time, for young children, for adults, we have so many different programs throughout the season year-round. So we're active year-round. And we have a lot of programs that serve students directly, and then we have a lot of programs that serve teachers directly, and then also those members of our patron community that come to see our performances. One program we're super proud of is our DeGeorge Academy. And that program is, we're going on year 12 of that program, where we look to our music teachers from the area schools to nominate students at their Title I elementary schools and middle schools now for students who might have an interest in dance and building skills in dance, in acting, and in vocal performance. So we have students that started with us that are now graduating university, those that decided to take a career path and go to school, others that in terms of their higher ed, others that have decided to go on another path and go on a more commercial path and maybe vocational training right after they graduate from high school. So we have students that are really here to build on their social emotional learning skills, but also their arts area and their creativity and respecting others and learning more about themselves and becoming more and more empowered and confident in their gifts that they have.
I generally love pop music, but I am trying to expand my genre over to classical. And someone told me to talk to Philip to tell me all about the classical choices that are here at the Kravis Center. So Philip, spill the beans. I got to hear about this.
I'm so glad you came and asked me. We have a long history here at the Kravis Center. It's 42 years and counting now. It was known as the Regional Arts Series. It's now called the Classical Concert Series. We present the world's greatest orchestras.
The world's greatest.
The world's greatest. I promise, you look at that list and you will see the finest orchestras from around the world and from around this country.
Nice. So you give people a little bit of everything. When they come from out of town, if they want to find a great orchestra, come here.
Absolutely. There's always the leading soloists who join these orchestras. Major conductors or their music directors are with them. The programs will feature the romantic and classical masters that people might expect. Mozart, Beethoven, Brahms, Rachmaninoff. There are always modern compositions on our programs, living composers. Today's leading composers are always featured on the orchestra program.
Now you got me a little more excited about classical. I'm not gonna lie, at first I was like, yeah, I'm a little hard sell, but your enthusiasm, another E word, got me excited. So I can't wait to see more. And please make sure you check out their website. There are plenty of seats here, and one has your name on it. I just got schooled on classical music, so I think I'm a little sold. But I heard that you are the man that's going to tell me about all the shows that you have at the Kravitz Center, because you are the director of marketing, honey. So spill the beans on what you have here.
That's pretty funny. I am the director of marketing, and we do have a lot of different shows here. We have everything, like you said, from classical music all the way to comedy, because laughter is great for the soul.
Wait a minute, you have comedy here now?
We do. We have a lot of different comedians that are on our stage this year, and we're planning for a whole bunch more for next year as well. In addition to that, we have kids shows, right? Disney shows. We have, what else do we have? Oh, we have rentals, right? So like, for instance, Palm Beach Orchestra comes and performs on our stage. Miami Ballet, they come and perform on our stage. So it's all types of different organizations that we support. Not only do we present, but we also support here in this community.
And I love how you broke it down, because listen, being in the community, I drive by here all the time. And before I actually step my feet in the building, I was like, that is huge.
Yeah, it's big.
Very intimidating. And I'm like, do they have a seat for me here?
They have a seat for you here, and you should never feel intimidated to come in here, because it's welcome for all. And you can see it by our programming. Our programming is specific to this community to make sure it's inclusive for everyone.
Well, there's some shows that do put that little oomph, as you say, in your heart. You have something coming up soon?
Well, I don't know if it's gonna put the in your heart. It might put the wah in your whole body, okay?
Oh, I like that.
Like a wah in your whole body.
Okay.
So we have something called Space Explorers The Infinite that's coming.
Space
Explorers.
Okay.
The Infinite.
The Infinite.
It's an immersive virtual reality exhibition.
Say what now?
It's an immersive virtual reality exhibition featuring 360-degree video of space. So what we're doing is we're asking patrons to come, right? And what they do is they're gonna experience the lives of astronauts, their daily lives. They're also gonna be able to take a walk through the International Space Station. And then they're also gonna see these magnificent views of Earth.
So you are stepping your game up now.
We are stepping our game up. We realize that virtual reality and immersive exhibitions, that's the next wave of things that are coming through. And so that's what we're planning to do with Space Explorers The Infinite.
Thanks for watching us on South Florida Daily. And if you're looking for weekend plans, make sure you check us out on social, on Facebook and Instagram at SouthFL Daily.
And don't forget our website, southfldaily.com. 4th of July is coming up next week, and our intern, Mary Grace, has been working hard to keep our website updated with all those plans. Have a great weekend.